volunteers. This year was so different from previous years. Our sign-up genius was full. It made it so much easier for us, so thank you very much for that. I want to thank our friends at the Village Club for always supporting us. I want to thank the Banquet Committee, which is made up mostly of board members, but also Janet Ferreira and Marissa Rufo. Thank you. And then a special thank you to the Touchdown Club board members. They worked tirelessly all year to make the season special. So I'd like to introduce each one of them and have them stand up, and if we can give them a round of applause at the end, that would be great. Otto Gonzalez, our treasurer, who was out in the hallway. Kim O'Brien, our secretary. Our senior class reps, Carolyn Bickford and Cindy Sewell. Our junior reps, Betsy Alperstein and Liz Langford. Our sophomore reps, Daniel Virgilio and Mary Mulaney. Our freshman reps, Cheryl Curtis and Julie Tracy. Our cheer reps, Tina Vitopoulos, Chrissy McCourt, and Jess Rolante. Jess Rolante also helps out with the program book with Kathy Lennon. And then merchandise is Fred Lalonde. Now Fred will be selling merchandise at the end if you guys are interested, and she also made all of these balloons all by herself. And then our booster rep, Danny Buchanan. So I've been on the board for many, many years, and this really is the best group ever. They've been great. Next year, Betsy Alperstein is taking over for me with the help of Otto and Fred. So if anybody is interested in joining the board, please let them know. We have a lot of senior parents graduating out, so we do need a lot of positions filled, so please let them know. It's really a great way to get involved. You know everything that's going on, so please think about that and let them know. Now I'd like to introduce our MC for the day, Vaughn Williams. He is the father to senior leadership member Aiden Williams. He is the director of athletics at Bentley University. He played football at UMass, but most importantly, he coached our senior boys in NJF.
How we doing? How we doing? It's a celebration, let's go! Hey, a historic season, one for the ages. We're gonna start the program today by eating first. Everybody's ready to eat, and the food is ready. And so we're gonna call up tables singularly, and when I call up tables, you're gonna go to the outside rows and go one line over there and one line over there. And I'm gonna continue to call tables so we can get eating and we can really start the program and really get into the nitty-gritty of the 2024 football season for the Needham Rockets. All right, do you hear me? Do I hear me? Do you hear me? Okay, that being said, we're gonna start with this table here, this table here, this table here. You go that way. You go that way. It's all about time. And everybody else, continue to talk until I call your table up in the next couple minutes, all right? The program's gonna flow today. We're gonna have a great day celebrating Needham Rocket football. Hope everybody enjoyed their lunch. Let me hear you. You enjoyed your lunch. Let's go. Bring that energy back up. Let's go. Well, it's a celebration of Needham football, obviously, Needham high school football specifically. Your varsity Rockets that created a historic season this year. Give it up for the Rockets. Give it up for the Rockets. The historic run, and I tell you, I work in athletics, and so to see this evolve over a long period of time, years, to see it evolve. This doesn't happen every day, folks. This is the experience you want all of your children to have in a sport environment. Everything from learning how to, the brotherhood or sisterhood, learning about dealing with adversity, learning how to stay committed to a goal, learning how to not only be capable, but willing to do what's necessary to be the best team that we possibly can be. So I'm gonna start. I came up with some names for the 13 games. All right, that's how I'm gonna start today. Okay? I got this approved. Okay, I got this approved. So it's game number 1, Milton. And that was, I called that the payback. Payback. Game number 2 is Needham. And I came up with something just recently. And I don't want to point out people, but I call that the grind. The grind. The grind. Then it was Lincoln Sudbury. Everyone eats. Everyone eats. Everybody scores. Everybody scores. Then it was Newton North. Do your job. Just do your job. Just do your job. Just do your job. Walpole. We can win in Walpole. We can win there. That's what we call that. We can win. Braintree. They talk too much. They talk too much. They talk too much. Weymouth. The championship, but we are better. We are better. Framingham. No trap game for us. No trap game for us. Then it was playoffs. Wachusett Regional. We told you we for real. We told you we for real. Then it was Central Catholic. Publics are better. Publics are better. And I stole this phrase, St. John's Prep. We make privates cry. I stole that, Joe. I stole that, Joe. I stole it, Joe. Then it was Wellesley, the 137th game. Not on our watch. Not on our watch. Whew. And then it was the other school, the X. And I said, Avengers, Infinity Wars. And I said we're Avengers, Infinity Wars because we didn't get the bad guys this time. But all is not lost. We'll get them eventually in the future. I think that is all. So I use the Avengers because I like superheroes, right? I'm big into superheroes, and we got some superheroes here. All right? So if you're a freshman and a sophomore, stand up. A round of applause for the future, the freshman and sophomore. Yeah, come on, come on, come on. Okay, you can sit down. It takes a village to do this thing. They play, they show up, they don't get the glamour of the varsity games, but everything that goes into what they do. Being there makes varsity better. Makes our teams better. All right? Now, it takes 3 phases of a game, okay, to win. So first, if you played on special teams on varsity this year, stand up. If you played on special teams, give it up. That special teams was lit. Give it up for the special teams. All right. If you got a chance to play on offense in a varsity game, stand up, stand up. Give an offense a round of applause. Give an offense a round of applause. It was real. All right. Sit down. Sit down. If you play on the #1 defense in the state, stand up. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good, 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 good. Takes a village. Takes a village. And right now, we're gonna give some energy right now. Stand up coaches, stand up coaches, stand up to your coaching staff. Let's go, let's go. Stand up for the coaches, let's go, let's go. Great job, great job. Let's go. Come on, players, let's go. Move here. Oh, yes. Okay, good. There's energy. There's energy. Okay, so now I'm going to ramble through some stats. I'm not going to be up here long. We're ahead of schedule, and we will stay that way. Okay, you're going to hear a lot of great things today, but I want to point out some things. Okay, some wow, that happened. Wow, I was there. Wow, we lived through that. Okay? I'll start with the record, 12 and 1. Playoff wins, 3. Points, 4. If you're football, you know this. 360 points. Points against, 91. Average points against a game, 7. Defensive points, 26. Average net points against game, 5. Rushing yards, 2,400. Passing yard, 881. Interceptions, 11. Takeaways, 20. Sacks, 32. Tackles for loss, 46. All right? Bay State champions. Give a little bit. Bay State champions. #1 defense in Division I. Give it up, give it up, give it up. #3 defense in the state. In the state. In the state. Longest field goal in Needham history, 46 yards. Alex Needham. Most points TD scored in a quarter in Needham High history, Aiden Williams, 4 in the playoffs. Most points scored in a half in Needham High history, 49 in the playoffs. Oh my gosh, guess what, Massachusetts? First win at Natick since 2014. First win over Milton since 2012. First win at Walpole since 2006. I love this one. First win versus a Catholic high school in school history. Let's go. Let's go. It can be done. I know there's more. First regular season with no losses and no ties. We're undefeated in the regular season. That's tough to win, y'all. Tough to win. Most wins in Needham. Well, most wins in the Needham season in history with 12 wins. Let's give it up, 12 wins. We beat last year's 10. Obviously, and I'm going to say a couple of these things right here. Obviously, back-to-back Final Fours, made it to the Super Bowl for the second time in school history. And me and John Simeone said this. And I'm gonna stick to it. We're the #1 public school in the state. That's what we are. They say we're the champions. We're the champions of public school. That's what we are. Now lastly, because it's hard to win, and most of you are Patriot fans, most of you. And you know how Bill Belichick and the Patriots won for a long time, and people marvel at it. It's hard to win. You have to be the brotherhood, the coaching, the trust, all the things that go into the unselfishness which our players had. You saw it from preseason, you saw it to the last second on that clock at Foxborough. But it's hard to win. But these are some interesting stats as well. Last 2 years, we've been 22-3. We've only lost 3 games in the last 2 years. How about that? Give a round of applause for that. And those 3 games we lost were a total of 12 points. We only lost by 12 points, and we lost to all state champions. Give a round of applause for that. And this is why I'm talking to the younger folks, because if we take this senior class and we put them in their freshman year, and we bring that record forward, okay? I want to say they were 31-4 in 3 years. Let's give it up to that. 4 losses for that. This class will say they never lost to Wellesley in 8 or 9 years, and that's probably true. Is that true, guys? Yep, give it up to that, because we don't like losing to Wellesley, and we will never lose to Wellesley. We're going to catch up on that. So with all that said, man, it was an unbelievable year. And you'll hear more of it from everybody. So that's why it's a cause for celebration. That's why I wanted you to, I look at them as the Avengers. They all have their different superpowers. And they came together to assemble for a cause. And it's been a marvel to watch. Bittersweet, bittersweet. So to go on with the program, and you have your desserts and so on and so forth, we're first going to bring up, right, it takes a village. It takes a village. And we need that encouragement, obviously, from the sideline all the times. They're out there in the cold, they're out there in the rain, they're practicing. And so we're going to now honor the cheer team. And Coach John, if you come up right now and give them a round of applause and what they do as well.
Hello, everybody. I'm Coach Anna Montoya, and I'm joined by Madeline Wisbrocker and Steph Wilson. I could not do it without them. I first want you to know a little bit about me. When I first heard that the Needham varsity head coaching position was available, I knew that Needham was where I wanted to be. I had been somewhere else for 6 years, and I was so excited to come join Needham. In my first interview, someone asked me, why Needham and why now? Some of you might think that's a hard question to answer in an interview, but it definitely was not, because the answer was easy. Needham is a town that wraps its arms around each and every member. The support that our football and cheer teams have experienced this season is absolutely unmatched. First thing I want to do is honor our seniors. So, thank you for welcoming me with opening arms from the very beginning. Your light shines at every practice, game, and competition. The support that you have shown each other and your teammates during the ups and downs of our season has been truly remarkable to witness. I have been so grateful to get to know you over this season, and I'm really looking forward to continue to work with you in the winter. If you could please come up. A little bit about each of our seniors. This will be quick, I promise. Alyssa, you are such a team player. You're always willing to do what is best for the program. Maya, you are a silent leader. You care for your underclassmen just like an older sister. You even have to share your clothes sometimes. Zoe, you've grown so much throughout the season, and it's been a pleasure watching you push yourself and step out of your comfort zone, and I can't wait to see you do that a little more in the winter. To our captains, we could not have asked for a better group of leaders. Each of you brings something different to the table. Charlotte, your dedication is outstanding. Sophie, your technical skills are so impressive, and your jokes are always uplifting. Maddie, your perseverance is absolutely unmatched. And Lily, your smile is infectious. And you also face, back, fly, front, all the things, so thank you. Seniors, we appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you've done. To our parents, thank you for the early morning drop-offs, the late night pickups, the far drives, the endless supplies that you've donated, the attendance at games and competitions, and certainly for all of your support in between, both large and small. Give a round of applause for our parents. To the TDC, thank you for helping us look truly amazing on and off the field. Thank you for being the first group of people to welcome me here at Needham High School. You are such a welcoming group. Please give a round of applause for our TDC. To Steph and Madeline, thank you for being the very best co-coaches I could ever ask for, and also my newfound friends. Madeline, your knowledge of the past and current cheerleader and the experience that you bring from other programs certainly has helped to foster and grow our Needham Rocket cheerleaders. And Steph, your prior knowledge of having not only been a cheerleader for Needham, but also volunteering as a coach, has been invaluable to me and also to our program. So if you could give a round of applause for Madeline and Steph. Finally, a few highlights. We continue team traditions across the football and cheer programs like team dinner and special senior night. Our varsity cheerleading team qualified for regionals, and we will never forget how the football team's outstanding ability brought us the opportunity to perform at Gillette. There are so many things that I could say about our first season together here at Needham, but Needham Rockets, you are truly exceptional. If we could invite our varsity athletes to come up to the stage, please. Varsity athletes. We're just going to present our varsity athletes with their letters and their pins. Thank you. Perfect. So congratulations to our freshmen, Lily, Isa, and Caitlin. You've earned your letter this season. Please give a round of applause for our varsity athletes making it to regionals this season. back to your seats and we will honor other folks with different awards. So we're going to get started with some of our awards. Our honorable mention this season was Sophie Galan. So Sophie, if you could please come up and get your award. And our all-star for the Bay State Conference was Charlotte Lawrence. So Charlotte, our most improved player goes out to Lily Andelman. Our sportsmanship award is presented to Isa Francesconi. Our most valuable player is presented to Phoebe McCord. We have some other awards that we have created to honor some other folks. We have something called a Golden Bow Award that we present to someone who was exceptional throughout the season. So this award goes out to Joss Sewell. We have something called the Dauntless Award, which is awarded to a cheerleader showing fearlessness and determination. This goes out to Caitlin Lennon. Most resilient flyer goes out to Frances Dunn. Most crowd leading goes out to Caitlin Cargile. Most encouraging goes out to Ariel Gorman. Best showmanship goes out to Brianna Clayson. Best sisterhood spirit goes out to Maya Rolanti. Our outstanding perseverance goes out to Maddie Sylvia. Our team player award goes out to Alyssa Klein. Our Rocket Pride Award goes to Lily Mandel. Our All-Star Cheerleader goes out to Charlotte Lawrence. Our All-American goes out to Sophie Galan. Most improved freshman, Allie Barnett. Most improved sophomore, Anna Rosenbaum. Most improved junior, Marissa Lucas. Most improved senior, Zoe Fitopoulos. And finally, our coaches award goes out to Laura Lemon. Seniors and captains, if you could join us one more time on the stage. Okay, so we have an award called the Golden Megaphone, which just goes out to somebody who has been a really important part of the team and has just like, it's from all the seniors, and yeah.
So this girl has quickly become one of the most fundamental people on our team, and we wouldn't have made it as far in competition without her.
Through this season, she's been such a backbone and has persevered through everything.
This girl is always working hard and pushes everyone else to do their best.
She's open to working with anyone and is always open to trying new skills.
She's very flexible and coachable for everyone.
She always uplifts her teammates and herself.
And this athlete is Isa! Award, so it's from the most outstanding athlete from all of us. So this girl embodies the character of what we think it means to be a cheerleader. They're always the first one to show up, the last one to leave, and the first one to volunteer to help. We're all really proud of this girl, and we're really glad that the program was able to get her.
Yeah, she is always the one who's cheering the loudest at the games, and she's really stood out as somebody who has been always open to trying anything. And she's just really exceptional, as we said.
She has been super positive throughout the season and is always willing to lend a helping hand.
This girl always has a smile on her face no matter the situation, whether it's competitions, practices, or games. Oh, and this award goes to Caitlin Cargile.
And then we have one last thing that is from all of the families of cheer to our coaches. And we just want to thank them for being so awesome this season and for coming into a rebuilding year and all that stuff. So this is from the cheer families. We love you.
Let's hear it for the cheerleaders. Let's go. Let's hear it for the cheerleaders. Let's go. Let's hear it for the cheerleaders. Okay, continue to run a village to get these things done. And before we go on to the football, I want to bring a couple people up here that have been in the program for quite a while, helping out. I want to bring up Kim O'Brien, Cindy Sewell, Carolyn Bickford, and Amy Simeone. Come up here. Come on down. Come on down. Let's go. Come up here, y'all. Come up here, y'all. Let's go, let's go. Come on. Okay, now the two young ladies, bring them up here, bring them up, Eileen and Maura, bring them up here real quick. Let's give it to them, then you guys can get off the stage. Come on. Hey y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. They're on the door, and they've been doing this since, man, when I was in youth football. They are committed to this team, to Needham, and to about what it takes. Okay, you have to have willing people, not only willing players, but a willing community and people that are willing to sacrifice everything for what that is, okay? So y'all need to show your love for these four people right now. Get up, let's go. Let's go, players. Let's go. Let's go. Unbelievable. They will be missed. They will be missed. Okay, hold on. That's good. Carolyn? I want to give Carolyn a mic.
All right, Amy. I know this is a bittersweet moment for you, and we want to thank you for your, I know it's more than 4 years, but I've done 4 with you, so how many has it been? Okay. Of dedication to the Touchdown Club and to Needham football. You have been an instrumental part of this program and our success. Thank you for your countless hours behind the scenes to make sure our athletes have had an unforgettable and memorable experience. This is a special gift for you from our board.
Charlie, you better be clapping. Where's John? You better be clapping. Let's go. One more round of applause for those folks up here. The village. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Just had to do it. Okay, get a mic. Okay, we're going to keep this program along. We're still ahead of time. And now we're going to bring up the freshman coaches. So freshman coaches come up to the forefront. Let's do this here. Come on, freshman coaches. Where you at, freshmen? Where you at?
Thank you, Vaughn. First, I just want to appreciate all the parents that supported us throughout the season. I couldn't be more proud of the way the kids fought through adversity. Beginning of the season, it was a tough road, but we finished out with 2 straight wins, and we beat Wellesley. Gotta love that. We have 3 leadership council members, which the team voted on. So if they could please stand up when we announce their names, that would be greatly appreciated. Our first leadership council member is a player who showed great leadership, kindness, strength. He's a great teammate, a great player. He takes after his older brother, Christian Rock and Bowling.
next kid is a kid who, anytime we asked him to play out of position, to do anything really, he was always willing to do it. It was really easy for us to rely on him throughout the year. Colton.
And our last and final member, phenomenal player, does everything you ask of him, Dash Mendez. And if you three can stand up, and another round of applause.
Thank you. Another round of applause for the freshman coaches. Let's go. Now Coach Costco and crew for JV. I think everybody coming up. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Come on, JV. JV, the future. All right, and varsity, okay.
Like Coach Miller said, we want to thank all the parents and the TDC for constantly giving their support and being there for the guys. It really helps them grow and it really helps the program succeed. Now JV, a lot of times, they get the short end of the stick. A lot of times they don't know when their game's going to be, or in the last 2 years, if they're even going to have a game. Now, we worked around this and created some Froshmore type games where some of our sophomore players will go and create a combined game with the freshman players, which has been awesome. But then the juniors kind of get the short end of the stick. Now, for a senior heavy squad like our Rockets varsity this year, those juniors really put in a lot of work, and I want to shout out those juniors. They were an extension of that varsity team working on the scout every week. And that's what we want to highlight here today, how important the scout has been all year for this entire team, because without them, our varsity wouldn't be as good as they were. So I'd like to give a round of applause for that JV team and that scout team.
Coach Bunzel said, if we could just have anyone who played a snap on JV just stand up and get your recognition right now. So again, just play a snap. There's the JV player right there. And now just remember, what happened this year wasn't just a coincidence. Hard work was put into that, so all you guys will remember that this off season and coming into the summer.
Right now, we want to announce the Leadership Council for our upcoming class for next year. The first one I'd like to ask to stand up is a great kid, works extremely hard, and is like the captain of the scout team, Parker Amodio.
Our next Leadership Council is actually a player that I met in our flag football. I came in, put that work in these past couple of years, Will Cassidy.
All right, so our last recipient is a tremendous leader. We really watched him grow by leaps and bounds over the last few months. He was instrumental not only in the off season, but really this fall. He's been doing great things both on the field and behind the scenes. Appreciate all the work ethic, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. Great and low.
Again, I do want to shout out this JV program. They are the future of the Needham Rockets, and all the work they put in behind the scenes, off the field, doing everything they can to not only make themselves better, to make the entire team better around them. I can't appreciate that enough, and I want to give them one last shout out. Awesome job this year. This guy is a This is the future. Go Rockets.
Okay, we're going to start off with the varsity awards today. First thing that I want to do is actually start with administrative stuff. So we always end our practices with the boring things first. Administrative note, make sure that you've brought your gear home, players. Make sure that's washed. You are turning it in tomorrow, Tuesday, or at the very least, or the very latest, Wednesday. So do make sure that you brought that home. I know the younger guys did a great job of that. Older guys, hey, it's a tough day the other day. I understand if you might need to go in tomorrow and get that done. So I just wanted to get that out there. Sorry, it's my last opportunity to do so. Let's start off by congratulating the cheerleaders once again, making it to regionals. Give them a round of applause. Unbelievable season. You know, there's so many folks that I'd like to thank, so I'm going to kind of zip through here, but I'd like to get a big round of applause at the end here. Obviously, all the parents I see sitting before me, you've been amazing. Your support has been tremendous, not only of the players, but of the coaches, and we appreciate that. The Touchdown Club does so much behind the scenes, out in front, everything you see today. We have the most amazing boosters in the world, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. The Finnegans for filming. I've looked at some film from other teams. They don't have what we have. They don't have the effort. They don't have the diligence. They don't have the skill that we have. I appreciate everything that you've done. Ryan and Rich from an administrative standpoint, Mary, the best trainer in the world, our tremendous staff, and especially Amy Simeone, just everything you've done. You know we wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much. I didn't really know what I was going to say today. You know, there's so much that you could say about this class, their athleticism, their skill, the tremendous season that they've had. But I decided, you know, there's a couple things that I think are really important to mention in this day where we get to honor them. So the first thing is, I've never seen a team that looked so somber after beating another school by like a couple of touchdowns. But this team, if we didn't meet our standard in practice or in the game or even for a quarter, you heard them reading the riot act to one another after the game because they were so dead set on being great that it didn't matter who the opponent was. It didn't matter what the outcome was. If we didn't live up to our standard, it would be almost like a somber victory party. I've never seen that before. Again, that's the sign of being a champion. And then on a lighter note, you know, we had our senior share, and I'll leave what the seniors said in that room. But, you know, we had linemen making fart noises. We had folks razzing Nick Sewell for the 7,000th time this year. Sorry, Nick. And it's awesome. I love every second of it. If I could, we would just continue practicing and playing regional teams or whatever else we have to do the rest of this year. I could not tell you today just how much I've appreciated this senior group, especially with the entire team, and how much I love coming to work with you every single day, working toward a common goal and getting to know you better as people. You're an outstanding group, so thank you. Now, a long time ago, I don't know if they remember this, but we talked one week last year about how champions do extra. We raised that point again this year. Well, we prepared like champs, and we played like champs. We conducted ourselves off the field like champions, and we built a championship culture together. Our Super Bowl outcome does not define us. Everything has to go right to win a Super Bowl. It's hard to win, and it's certainly hard to be undefeated throughout an entire season. Very few teams get that honor. There was, you know, a wide variety of factors that led to the other night, right? Some self-inflicted wounds, some bad ref calls, but we stayed resilient. We played with all our heart, and in that second half, we nearly pulled off the comeback. We were talking about it on the sideline the entire time. And our sideline, to credit each and every one of the younger players and our senior leaders on the sideline, our sideline was unlike anything I have seen in my 25 years of coaching and playing at Needham High. Let's give it up for our sideline. Our players on the field were determined and unflinching. We gave it all just like Mike Manigault asked us to a few days out from the Super Bowl. We played all out for ourselves, for our teammates, our program, our school, our town, for all the Rockets who came before and all those who will come in the future. We lost by minutes, by inches, and we are still champions. We are a part of the oldest public high school football rivalry in the country. And that public part is something that we honor, we advertise, we promote that. We're proud of that. It may be difficult right now, but in time, I want you to be just as proud of the fact that we are back-to-back Division I public high school football state champions. Congratulations. Every one of us wanted to close out our season undefeated, but the real results of this year aren't in yet. See, our ultimate goal is to forge ourselves and our teammates into caring husbands, loyal friends, loving fathers, and successful leaders, to grow into the great men that you will all become one day because you are champions. We are two-time Bay State Conference champs. We have the best defense in the dang state, and we are the best team in Needham High history. I cannot thank you enough for everything that you have done for this program, this school, and this town. All I can offer is the promise that no matter what you do, no matter where you go from here, you are a champion. Thank you very much. I love each and every one of you. I'm trying to avoid the Dave Duffy cry right now, so I'm biting that inner lip. I think it's working. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. We are going to honor some folks tonight with some awards, but again, I want you to understand, whether you get one or not, that has no indication about the effort you put in and the type of person you are. Again, we love each and every one of you, and we appreciate everything you've done. So with that, I'm going to start off by just listing off some folks who are honored by the Bay State Conference coaches. It's a rigged system, I'll say that right now. I don't know if that sounds salty, but we could put probably all of our starters, certainly the vast majority of them, on that all-conference team, and that would be far more appropriate. It's not how things work. It's a democracy, so unfortunately we didn't get everyone who deserves it, but I do want to recognize these folks who were voted onto the team. The following are first-team Bay State Conference All-Stars: Aiden Williams, Charlie Simeone, Travis O'Brien, Will McDonald, Ben Schreiber, Alex Rutley, Number 4 still says that you caused the nightmares, by the way, the kid from Fremia. Just want to throw that out there. Brant Bickford. And Joe Kaczynski. Again, we're probably missing another 10 starters that should have been honored. We did squeeze in a second-team Bay State Conference All-Star, the best kicker and punter to ever lace up his cleats at Needham High, Alex Rufo. Before I invite Coach DeChico to head back on up here and help us with our Havoc Awards, there are 2 other honors I'd like to mention. Both of these went to the same recipient, our Bay State Conference MVP, Aiden Williams. And even more impressively, our Massachusetts Gatorade Player of the Year, Aiden Williams. Unbelievable, unbelievable, great job. All All right, Coach Chico, if you want to head on up here, he's going to handle our Havoc Award winner. Again, the Havoc Award is something that we had the players vote on this year, but it's also backed up with a season worth of stats from our players. But it goes to our defensive performance. So, Coach Chico will take this now.
Thank you. All right, so before I give out the award, which is the co-winners this year, I just want to talk a little bit more about the defense. You know, this defensive squad wreaked havoc on all teams. It didn't matter who stepped on that field and when they stepped on that field, they were ready to put up, take on the responsibilities. It was always up to our standards. And looking at the senior class, I think back 2 years ago when Coach Kopsko was sick one time and I had to call the defense against Weymouth. I was all nervous. Got a little aggressive against Weymouth, went for a block, they scored. I thought you guys were going to lose faith in me. Nope, I think Brant or Ben stepped off the field and was just saying, it's all good, Coach. They're not going to score again. Sure enough, they didn't. Right then, I knew this was special. You know, and then like Vaughn said, going through that program book, 91 points let up, held teams to under 7, multiple game shutouts, 14 points totals in the game. You know, 26 takeaways, which again, something last year we talked about, but that's what we needed to step up with, and that's what we did. Our 26 points scored. And then so many other interceptions, fumbles, punt blocks that set our offense up. So nice to do their job and put that score on the board. And then they held high-powered offenses to minimal first downs, like Wellesley. I mean, no first downs in 3 quarters. You don't really see that too often. Numbers don't lie. We are the best defense in the state. If teams wanted to score against us, they had to work all game just to maybe score once. Or bring kids from all over the state to maybe score twice. You know, they had to go to their 2nd, 3rd, 4th game plan. Coaches over there throwing the playbook out the book. You guys are just wreaking havoc all over the field. D-backs, lockdown coverage, teams couldn't pass. Your run coverage, incredible. Joe coming down, Nick knocking the balls out. There you go, all day long. Easy. LB's aggressive all across the field, pressuring from all angles. Coming in on that swarm just so they make sure they get their licks on that running back. And then my D-line, always attacking, always bouncing them outside, always into that play. Pass rush was ferocious, always physical, and always getting held. We know, Will. We know. Always getting held. And so, I mean, the defensive, the Havoc Award is going to 2 players, but I just had to take that time to make sure we all know that this team just wreaked havoc on everybody. Everyone, like Coach said, players coming up after saying they're having nightmares. Coaches coming up after just saying how scared they were, talking about what our scheme's going to be. It was just an incredible thing to coach, incredible thing to watch, and just thank you guys so much, defense. So now to our Havoc Defensive Player of the Award. Like I said, we have 2 players. Our first player is a linebacker. He was my eyes and ears on the field, always communicating what was working well, what was working poorly. His knowledge and athleticism was just top. He triggered so fast, we could jump multiple gaps to close in on QB, RB. His CMA, his coverage was just as good. Got his few picks, got his pick 6. And so the 2024 Havoc Co-Defensive Player of the Year, Ben Travis. The next Havoc Defensive Player of the Award, defensive lineman, had great technique, but every week came in, Coach, what can I do better? Coach, how can I work this up? You know, his paint squeeze, dead, is so physical. I would love to have when he came off the field, he's like, Coach, why are they still trying to run to me? Why are they still trying to dent against me? That was that Wellesley again, I know that. And then even to our last game, they completely had to change, not even run to their side, because I knew if they went to 7 side, it wasn't going to work. He had his long arms and the strength to finish tackles, causing multiple takeaways, and damn, he knew how to finish that hit on that quarterback. He was an absolute force of a D-line and a major player in our success, and he was an unbelievable person off the field. So our 2024 Havoc Co-Defensive Player of the Year, Will McDonald.
keep Will up here for 1 second, and got another little honor to bestow upon him.
All right, so like Coach Kopsko said before, obviously we coach football, but we coach the life as well. And getting into a service academy is no small feat. In the Army, which I'm a veteran of, along with Coach Miller and Mr. Johan, who most of the community knows, there's an informal tradition of when you get promoted, you give your rank, your former rank, to the person that you feel will take on the leadership responsibilities of that. Will is already going to outrank me just by showing up day one. But in that tradition, Will, this is a flag I wore on my uniform when I was overseas. Take this, remember your lessons here, remember the leadership that you showed your teammates in your community. Thank you.
So I'm up here to give out 2 awards today. One being our Scout Team Player of the Year, and one being our Special Teams Player of the Year. But I'd like to start off by giving a shout out to these seniors. I've had the privilege and pleasure of being able to grow with these guys in the last 4 years. My first year here at Needham was their first year here as well. And to see the people they started as and then they've grown today has been an incredible journey. I can't emphasize how proud I am of them and the way they've grown these last 4 years. And I can't wait to see the great things you do in the future. And just remember to always keep in touch with each other and always reach out to your coaches whenever you can. You guys are a special group, and I want you to realize that. I want to give one more round of applause to these seniors. Now to start off. The Scout team has the worst job of anyone on the Needham Rockets football team. They're responsible for learning 2 offenses and 2 defenses every single week. We have our game plan that we put in to beat said teams, and they also have to rep the varsity offenses and defenses of our opponents. And a lot of times, they get yelled at by me, Coach Chico, and Doug when they mess up the slightest thing. So they have the worst job in sports. But they work extremely hard. And the things they do help everyone. A lot of leadership qualities are gained and earned on that Scout team. You earn your varsity reps from being on that Scout team. I can point out to 15 different guys who made huge impacts on the varsity team this year who started out as Scout team players. It is the most important job that isn't a varsity starter. And you can argue that they're equal. Now, we had a player this year really take hold of this role and became almost the captain of this Scout team. It's something you can always rely on. And a lot of times he lost out on some second team offensive reps that he very well deserved and earned this year because we need him on that Scout team to rep that defense. He's going to be an integral part of the future of this Rockets program, and I can't keep enough praise on this individual, Parker Modio. Now the second award I'm giving out today is our Special Teams Player of the Year award. Now this one won't come as much as a surprise to everyone. When Coach Kopsko says that we have the best kicker and punter in Needham Rockets history, he's not kidding. He's a very special individual, and it's only his first year playing for us at the high school level. He is someone who broke our field goal record for longest field goal. He's someone who broke the single season touchback record. He also broke the career touchback record in one single season for Needham Rockets football history, which is very impressive. But he's more than just a kicker and a punter. He's also a very good lead blocker, as you come to know in the Central Catholic game. He brought an energy to practice unlike a lot of people. He was happy to do whatever, and he was willing to experiment with things. He, near the end of the year, started playing some quarterback reps to help the team. He played wide receiver, he played DB, he did anything he could. He is more than just a kicker, he is one hell of an athlete. And if he's someone who played for more than just this year, I imagine he wouldn't have just been a kicker for us as well. It was a pleasure to get to know him this year, and he was a huge asset. Anytime we hit the 35-yard line, we almost knew that we were guaranteed points. I'm so proud of this individual, and I can't wait to see what he does in the future. Alex Ruvo.
Award. Coach Thornton is going to handle our Big Play O Award. Here we go. Thanks, Coach. Still getting used to you without the beard. Look good. This award goes to the offensive player of the week, or offensive MVP Big Play Award. Every week we give a Big Play Award for the offensive player that week. It wasn't really hard to do, and it's not complicated, but it's really, this is one of the years where from game 1 to game 13, when we needed a big play, this guy came up with it. And I'm not sometimes this is not rhetoric, this is real stuff. This is someone who needed to step up, and he stepped up in all big games. Gatorade Player of the Year, and I don't know if you guys know how important this is. I don't know, is anyone from Needham ever got this award? Football. All right. If you look at the list of Gatorade players, and from Massachusetts, you're talking 5, maybe 6, 7, 8 NFL players. I know when I was in high school, there was a bunch of Gatorade players of the year. So this is an elite company. That's an amazing award. I can't say more about this kid. One thing on offense we did this year, and I do this every year, is a couple trick plays. Like, what are we going to do? Just one or two, not like trick plays, but just plays that are different, something that looks different to the defense. And we'll put them in on Monday, and years past, I'll put these plays in, and they look so horrible. We're missing throws, we're dropping snaps, it's uncoordinated, whatever it is, and by Tuesday we're like, forget it, it looks horrible. This year, this player, and everyone on the team, but this player specifically, you know who it is, but he would do it. One day, it was just like natural. It's like, hey, this is what we're going to do. We put on the install and huddle Saturday morning, we look at it, I tell him maybe on a message, maybe on Monday, and by Tuesday it would look pretty good, and we connected on a lot of them this year, so I think that's important. It's one of the reasons why we did so well this year. But Ian Williams, come on up. We're going to have our line coaches come on down and talk about the folks who are most important, perhaps, to a team's success, the offensive line.
And so we have 2 Pancake Award Lineman of the Year winners this year. What I want to say first before we announce who these 2 winners are is, it's hard to pick 2 guys, right? Offensive line is a special unit where you win and lose reps as a group, right? It's individuals are hard to shine, right? So I think all 6 of these offensive linemen that got solid reps this year, let's stand up, give them a round of applause. We have one of the top rushing offenses all in the world. This is one of those positions where you don't necessarily have to be the strongest, fastest guy, but it's highly coordinated, right? We have very specific plays. These plays change depending on the look we get, right? These are high-level thinkers, high-level leaders. So I just want to, in case anybody's less familiar with the game, this is a tough position to play, and this is a really, really great group of guys this year. So co-award winner, I think probably most people in here know who one of those guys is going to be. And so I'll start with him. So this kid is a 3-year starter, 2-year All-State player. I would say let me see a board drill with sophomore year, Charlie, and whoever the hell won that year. But anyway, that's beside the point. So anyway, this kid, I think play speaks for himself. He's going to play at Holy Cross next year. It's a Division I offensive lineman. I think what's not so obvious to maybe everyone watching is the leadership, right? So I've been, just like Rob said, this is my 4th year back here as a coach. I watched Charlie grow up through this program, right? And so, as a sophomore, you see this kid excelling on the field. You're like, all right, this kid can play O-line, right? Next year, he's a junior. He's starting to be more of a leader on the offensive line, right? All-state player. This year, I've had conversations with Charlie, right, where we just kind of sit down and like, dude, look, you're gonna be the best left tackle on the field, right? But what you can also add, so being the best player you can be is one thing, right? Especially in a team game like this, especially in a position group like the offensive line, leadership is more valuable than any skill set you can bring to the table. And this kid is exemplary leader. Come on up, Charlie.
All right, folks. So I've seen a lot of offensive lines over the years, and certainly this is one of our most special, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But we really did believe that this year it was definitely appropriate to make sure that we at least recognize 2 of these guys. And Charlie, of course, we have nothing but incredible things to say about him. We have another guy who also is another 3-year starter, and we don't think the unit would have been what it is without his presence as well. This is a tenacious guy. And certainly he has a very important aspect of his personality that rubs off on the team as well. Definitely a take no prisoners, an extremely candid person, sometimes a little bit more candid than I'd like him to be. But as hard as he could be on his teammates, he was always the first there to fight alongside them. And certainly he knew and they knew that they were in there together and that he was going to support them and that they were going to get the best out of one another. And definitely, we've talked about this before, there's different types of leadership. In an offensive line, you have different types of characters. You need that wise veteran, you need that eager younger guy, but you also need that firebrand too. And this guy was definitely that. He definitely embodies an important aspect of the team, this kind of do or die mentality that went into every game with. And we definitely think it's appropriate to make sure that he took home our 2nd Pancake Award. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm round of applause to Mr. Travis O'Brien. Now we have one more unusual thing here too, and I'm not going to bring about bad karma by going into the story about it and the Weymouth coaching staff, who were classy guys. But this was something that the offensive line had purchased for themselves and something that we decided to add a little bit to it. Like I said, it's an interesting collection of guys, and you've heard me say this for years if you've been up here before, but you spend a lot of time wedged between the 2 same people. A lot of time together in film rooms and practice. You bicker with each other, but you support each other as well, and you realize that collectively you are a skill position. And that is one of the trickiest things, is to make sure that not only are you ready to play on Friday night, but that the 4 other guys are as well. And we also have great reserves to help us too, great senior leadership, all in all, and this is something that we want to work with. So if you flip this around, what we've added here is something we'd like to add to each and every year. And we'll certainly let you guys have a look at this and hold on to it for the next 24 hours or so, but we'd like to keep this as a program to add to it each and every year. And we've had a lot of tremendous offensive lines here, but I think this year we all got the idea from, ironically, this sweatshirt, to really try to emblazon that standard that we believe in here and get names up there that really best represent everything that we try to accomplish as a unit and everything we want to permeate through our entire program. We've added all of them. As you can see, we have Charlie, Travis, James Alperstein, Pranay, Teddy, Tobin, and Max. And we want to make sure that there's something there to really memorialize your contribution to our program, as well as your relationship to each other. And I think we all look forward to keep adding lines to the future, or at least until that sweatshirt fills up. But to know that you're there as well, and know what you represent, and you know what kind of path you're laying down for the remainder of your teammates. So, guys, it was a pleasure working with you this year. Like Coach Gopson said, you're all champions. And there we go. Enjoy the sweatshirt.
Okay, I believe that Coach Simeone is actually coming up here for our next award. We're going to talk about the Team Spirit Award. Each of these next few awards, you might notice the trophies are just a little bit taller. These correspond to our values, our faith, respect, family, accountability, toughness, and effort. And so these are going to be the trophies that we want to honor next.
Thanks, Coach. Coach Drake touched on this kid. He great leader, but I kind of want to go on the team spirit side more. I've known this kid for a really long time, and just seeing him talk about his opponents, it's not that he wants to win. He actually hates them. If you're not with us, you're against us. And being a leader, he brings everyone with him. And if you're on his team, he's the best guy to have in your corner. But if you're not, I feel bad for you. But yeah, this kid, every room he walks into, he lights it up. Great player, lead by example, but also a great vocal leader. So this Team Spirit Award goes to Charlie Simeone.
Our next award is going to be the Mark Bean Unsung Hero Award. It corresponds to our value of effort. Unfortunately, Coach Duffy's a little sick today, so Coach Allen's going to take over for him here.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to try to do my best Coach Duffy impression. He did give me some words, but quickly just about the award. So it's the Unsung Hero Award. This is for someone who's extremely talented, but also extremely unselfish. Always focused on the team. Doesn't get the credit that he likely deserves for his play on the field. Now it's named after Mark Bean. For anyone that's not familiar, he was a starting sophomore center. James Alberstein can say how hard it is to be an underclassman, be a center, be a leader on that line. He was a sophomore, but in that summer was diagnosed with leukemia. He courageously fought. In the middle of that 1985 season, he actually passed away. So it's a tribute to Mark and his unselfishness and his fight through leukemia. We created this award. His teammates have continued to pass it along. So this is an award that's really, really near and dear to Coach Duffy's heart. So without further ado, let me read his specific words. So this award goes to a senior who has poured his heart and soul into every play of the field. The athlete plays unselfishly, always puts the team first. He only has one speed. He plays on scout defense every once in a while, and the O-line knows this speed. It's 100 miles an hour, with one goal, to ferociously hunt down the football. Now, he's played with pain and injury during the entire season, but you would never know it. Above all, he was an outstanding teammate and is an outstanding person. The 2024 Mark Bean Unsung Hero Award goes to Alex Rully.
This next award is going to be the Sportsmanship Award, and Coach Westcott will be handling this.
Thank you. So, as we all know, the Needham High School football program is one of the oldest in the country. We have the oldest Thanksgiving game rivalry in history. With that being said, our program prides itself on a tradition of sportsmanship over winning over anything else. Because we like to teach our players, if you're not contributing to society after football in a positive manner, we haven't done our job. So with that being said, besides all the accolades this individual has gotten this year and how well he's played, he's really raised his team up. He's also someone who contributes to society. He's a fantastic young man. One day after a playoff game, I actually ran into his father at Bagels Best and I said, "Your son had one of the best games I've ever seen a Needham High School football player have." He goes, "No, coach, the team did." I learned a lot about his son through that. His family's contributed to this team significantly, and I can't wait to see how he's going to impact Needham in the world moving forward. But this goes to Hayden Williams.
Okay, if you're counting, and some of you might be, I don't know how long this has dragged on for some of you, but I'm loving it. If you're counting, you look at these last few awards, sportsmanship relates to respect and accountability, right? Mark B, Unsung Hero Award connects to effort. And the Team Spirit Award is all about family. Well, we're one value shy. And so, we tried to rectify that this year. We talked about it. How can we maybe talk about toughness and reward toughness? Both physical and emotional, mental toughness, all those things. So we have a new award this year. Our Sportsmanship Award, is out. Our Mark Bean is out. Our Team Spirit is out. We need to have one that encompasses what it means to be a tough Needham Rocket. So we tried to rectify this by honoring a player who was a 2016 graduate of Needham High. Before excelling at Bowdoin, Joe Gowetsky was a devastating middle linebacker who's probably most famous for the pick six against Wellesley at Fenway. If you've seen that, how many folks? Yeah. Oh, let's give it up for the pick six against Wellesley. Throughout his 3 years as a starter, Joe intimidated everyone who stepped on the field against him, and sometimes Coach DeChico or myself would be like, do you want to talk to Joe? No, you talk to Joe. Right, if he was in one of his moods, but he was a great human being off the field. On the field, he would spike you on your head. He would make sure that you stayed down. He was relentless. And he was the first, cheer captain we had in the program because of his grit and the violence with which he played the game. I never thought I'd have the opportunity to coach someone like that again, someone with that same toughness, until a couple of years ago. Last season, this player's physical play was so outstanding that Coach Duffy half-jokingly suggested we should give him his own award. And so therefore, we decided that the following award will not only honor Joe Gowetsky, but also this member of the 2025 class. This player is a phenomenal football player who contributes in so many ways. He can do it all. He can throw, he can catch, he can kick, he can run, he can block, he can tackle. In the Super Bowl, I watched him shed a 300-plus pound offensive lineman right on the goal line and insert himself into the play. He had no business doing it. It looked like something out of a video game, but that's who this guy is. He's the only guy I've seen who has actually forced fumbles in 7-on-7 competition. That's non-contact. You shouldn't be able to force fumbles. This individual does. When he noticed an opponent carrying the ball loosely in a film session, he once flatly stood up and stated, "If that kid has the ball, you blank and take it from him." The room got kind of quiet, and we all realized when this kid talks, we listen. So sure enough, we pulled the ball free that next week. This is our first ever recipient of an award that is also named after him and Joe Gowetsky, the Not Your Average Joe Toughness Award, Joe Gowetsky. Now, if it's okay with you, I'm going to invite the 2025 Leadership Council to come on down to the microphone. Come on down. And to pass the torch of leadership, we're going to have them announce our our 2026 Leadership Council. Come on down, Melissa. You want my hand up a little bit?
This person is someone that I've had the pleasure to work very closely with over the course of this year. And he comes out and works hard every day, and the offense is going to be in great hands for next year, and that's Tyler Langford.
As you get announced, come on down. We'll do a little photo op afterward.
This kid is a hard-nosed player, hits really hard, and he's always looking to get better. He's a good leader, and I'm excited to see what he has in store for the team next year. Colin Mancino.
So I worked with this kid this summer, and just talking through him all off season, just knowing how hard he's been working, relatively new to playing football, but I know this kid's got a bright future ahead of him and really cares about the program, really cares about his guys, and this is Owen Gonzalez.
This kid had a different role every week, always stepping in different positions. Great player for us this year, gonna be even better next year. Caden McNamee. Let's go, Chief!
This kid, he stepped up for us halfway through the season, started at the start of the season, then kind of took my position with James Halverstein.
This kid, I've known him since freshman year. We've always been in contact. This kid's always asked me how to get better, puts in the work, so he kind of saved Mark.
This guy put in a lot of work over the season. He's my brother on the D-line, B. Hill.
This kid steps in the games when we need him most. He's a good friend, good teammate, James Alon.
I'm going to take a quick picture right there and you guys look forward. Who's got the camera? Let's hear it for your new 2025 Leadership Council. Let's go. Let's hear it, let's hear it, let's go. Let's go, let's go. All right, I think we got the picture. Okay, you can exit the stage now, gentlemen. Everybody can go back to their seats. Oh, we're going to keep this through. Dina, come up now. Okay, we're almost done here. We're closing in. We brought Dina back. She's been doing videos for 10 years. This is the last year we brought her out of retirement. Give Dina a hand, give Dina a hand. All her people graduate, but she still wanted to be a part of it. All right.
Thank you. Last year, I think it was a Banquet, Mrs. Simeone, when I was talking about last year's being my last one, she was like, are you sure you don't want to do it for just one more year? And I was like, I really love this class. Great group of guys. I got to know the girls last winter. Great group of girls. So I said, sure, why not? One last one. It is my last. I'm not going to be the popcorn sideshows. But anyway, last one, best one.
All right, here we go. The masterpiece. The last masterpiece. Here we go. Hold on. That's a good looking group out there. Hold on. Hold on a second.
Delta Dawn, what's that flowery crown? Would it be a faded rose from days gone by? And did I hear you say it was when you picked the day? Take you to his mansion in the sky.
of the year, I got the bomb and they got nerves. Remember having mask on, way before Corona hit. So 30 knocked across the plug, he went behind me, sent the pit. I play like a beast, but my demeanor humble. Make me turn up, feel so hard, they got to retire my number. Big 12, unranked underdog, trying to go when I ball. Lost a ton of lessons, I can't see myself falling out. And I'm having accuracy, I pull up and shoot off the rip, off the hip. Check the score, it's 20 zip, swoosh. If he ain't got no check for me, don't check for me respectfully. I can't let my kid have no pulling on my legacy. I ain't pick nobody, I'm just trying to be a better me. Introduction by the show to something that you ain't never see. Go find recon, change, check. 2 watch this 12 drop. Come through and slam on you. I'm in the air. One life said it done, let me make one thing clear. What? True to it, not new to it. Don't look it under here. Love the game, it relate to me better. I do it better under pressure when I'm put to the test. Strategic how I move, I just treat it like chess. On point, team around you, feelings on my mission the next. Now I'm okay, she on me. Don't take a risk to win this key. Don't put a show on people. Give them what they can't see. Now you trying to teach me something. You ain't made it cross street. I deserve the keys to it. On my city, you can beat swoosh bad. He ain't got no check for me, don't check for me respectfully. I can't let my kid have no building on my legacy. I ain't pick nobody, I'm just trying to be a better me. Introduction by the show to something that you ain't never see. Go find recon, change, check. 2 watch this 12 drop. Come through and slam on you. I'm in the air. One life said it done, let me make one thing clear. What? True to it, not new to it. Don't look it under here, bad. True to it, not new to it. Don't look it under here. True to it, not new to it. Let's go!
Concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain.
thinking about the things. Working the ground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van. In a small club in Minnesota, and a sleep outside the first night. I just wanted my day to start. Now look at where we are, still growing. Still growing. I lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get over. Couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wish I was still young. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. I'm glad you don't forget, and all these reckless days you don't regret. 'Cause someday everyone's gonna change. You miss the magic of the good old days. Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming. Got up the courage to ask. Wish I would've eaten that on my show. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't worry about what the people thought that myself. And the stars are above. My voice is sneaking out and probably loud. Me and that full-time, we just begun. On the past journey, somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. I'm glad you don't forget, all these reckless days you don't regret. 'Cause someday soon your heart's gonna change. You miss the magic of the good old days. When we finally get old, maybe we're still young. Maybe we always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments that we ever miss what it's about. They're scared of the future, thinking about the past, so I'm missing out on that. We've come so far. I guess I'm fine. I can smile. I got some scars. I've been around. I feel some pain and seen some things we never came back. But you know things. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, someday these would be the good old days. I'm glad you don't forget, and all these reckless nights you don't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You miss the magic of these good old days.
Hey, one more time for Dina Hennigan, the masterpiece. The masterpiece. There you go, Dina. Thank you very much. One more. We're almost done. We're a minute away. Oh, gotta turn the music off. Thank you. If I find out who gave my pictures, I'm gonna get them. Hey, we have a couple more things we're gonna do quickly. We have coaches' gifts up here, and we have senior gifts up here. And so we're gonna do this very quickly, and then I'm gonna say thank you, we're gonna close it. Okay? Coaches, come right up front. We'll hand them out. We'll hand them down. All round of applause for your coaches once again. What a tremendous, tremendous year. Good. While they're doing that, a couple thank yous still. And I know the student athletes appreciate it. I don't know if anybody's here. Give it up for Needham Fire and Police that gave me that escort, man. That was big time, big time. Needham Channel's in the house. Give it up to Needham Channel. Y'all all watching. Needham Channel is in the house. Hey, the person behind the scenes, y'all, you gotta get video all the time. The Finnegan crew up there still videoing up. Give some love up there. He wants gets ready. The Finnegan crew. Alright. Hey, a lot of volunteers that work sidelines and all that kind of give a round of applause for all the volunteers this season. And then the senior parents, or just parents in general, we tailgated before. We had pre-tailgates before each game. And I want to shout out to the Kajunksi family for letting us use their house for them. Even on Thanksgiving, we went over there. We took over the house on Thanksgiving. I mean, come on. I wouldn't let anybody come over. All right. We're almost done here with the coaches. That's good. That's good. All coaches get some. I think that was it's been a marvelous afternoon so far, marvelous afternoon. Oh, thank you. All right, how do you want to do the student athletes? Names. Want to do this after? Let them come up after. What do you think? Want to keep the seniors up there? Seniors, come up one last time. Right in here. Right in front. Right in front. Give it up for your seniors. I said give it up for your seniors. I said give it up for your Avengers. Let's go. Historic run. Hey, I don't think you will be. I said, give it up for the seniors. Get up. Get up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Leaving a legacy. Leaving a legacy. Passing the torch. Passing the torch. Stand over. Stand over. Stand over. Stand over. Move down a little bit. Move down a little bit, cheerleaders. Just a little bit. Here you go. Hey, we need to get a picture of everybody together. That's what we need. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Hey, cheerleaders. Cheerleaders. Cheerleaders, come up here. Come up here. Okay. Seniors, stretch out a little bit. Stretch out a little bit. Seniors, stretch out a little bit. This is your last call to action. Stretch out just a little bit. You guys get in the middle. You guys get in the middle. Stretch down a little bit. Hold on. This isn't working. Hey, some of the football players, up here. Up here. 8 of you. Up here. Up here on the stage. On the stage. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Everybody's ready to go. We're ready to roll out of here. Over on this side. 3 of you on this side. 4 of you on this side. Couple more up here. Couple more up here. Right next. Yep. Right here, right here. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. Smushing together. Y'all love one another. Come on. Who's taking that pic? We got that picture? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Is everybody smiling? We good? All right, round of applause, round of applause. Let's go, let's go. If you don't have your bag, come to the stage. Wait, stay down there. Got a bag, go back to your seat. You have a bag, go back to your seat. You have a bag, go back to your seat. Go back to your seat. Okay, we're going to close it now. We're going to close it. We're going to be out of here. Once again, give a round of applause for you for been hanging in there. It was a great day today. Great day today. Great day. All right, well, we know what we've done the last year, the last 2 years has been historic. Now the torch is passed, and we're going to keep this thing rolling. In Rocket football, we're going to keep this thing rolling for sure. The path has been set by leadership and has been transferred over. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Class of 2025, football 2024. Thank you, community. Thank you, Needham. We are Needham. Thank you very much.